this is Rose Badagnani with Everything Zen Yoga. We're going to do a gentle practice against the wall today. We're going to start up with the legs up the wall, but before you begin, if you have a block, a blanket, or a pillow, keep that beside you today for practice. And if you don't have one at all, that's perfectly fine. You won't need it. So to begin our gentle practice, we're going to come to legs up the wall. So the easiest way to get into this practice is you want to have one hip against the wall, and you're going to come to lie down. And then you're going to pivot around so the legs come up the wall. And if you're off your mat, that's fine, or you can scoot yourself back. If this is too much tension for you, walk away from the wall a little bit, or if you want to get closer, you can always scoot a little closer. And we're going to take a few moments here to close the eyes and settle into our breath. Hands could be on the thighs, or maybe place one hand over the belly and one hand over the heart so that you can focus more attention and awareness into the breath. So to begin the three-part breath, take a deep inhale up into the belly, take the air up into the chest, up to the collarbones, and as you exhale, release out of the collarbones, out of the chest, and out of the belly. So we inhale, nice long deep breath, filling up the lungs completely, and then exhale, release the breath out. So as you inhale, you'll notice you'll feel the expansion into the hand that's on the belly, and the expansion feeling the rise in the hand that's on the heart. And as you exhale, feel the release completely. Feel the belly press in towards the spine. And practice this on your own, taking longer, slower, deeper breaths. And once you have that rhythm, you can always take the arms along beside you, let them rest. And we're practicing legs up the wall, because this is a wonderful pose to let go of the day. Let's go any stress you might be holding into the low back. It helps to regulate the blood pressure. So this is the perfect pose to practice after a long day right before you go to bed. Just taking a few minutes here. And we'll be here just a little bit longer. If at any time this gets uncomfortable, feel free to bend the knees gently. Take the hands to another position. And the next pose we're going to move into is figure four against the wall. You might be a little bit too close, so you might have to back off a little bit away from the wall. We're going to start by bending the knees here. And just see how close the knees get to the chest. If you feel that the knees are too close or it's painful at all, then bring the legs back up and just scoot yourself away from the wall slightly so you have a little bit more space. We're going to start with the right foot. We're going to place the right ankle on top of the left thigh and then start to travel that left foot down. So again, you might notice where it feels a little bit of tension into that left hip and into the hamstring. If that's too intense for you, straighten up a little bit. We want to open up into the right hip flexor. So right hand can press that right knee away from the chest if that feels comfortable. If that's not comfortable, just allow that right knee to fall forward. Think about flexing actively into that right foot to help open. And again, as we hold this pose, you might feel that some tension releases and you can walk the foot down a little bit further, eventually trying to get the knee to be in line with the left ankle. At any time this is too uncomfortable for you, we'll walk the leg back up towards the ceiling. If you need to go deeper, again, take that right hand and press that right hip away. Low back is resting into the mat here. Breathe into the right hip and allow yourself to create a little bit more space in this pose. We'll take a couple more inhales and exhales here. Any little tiny adjustment that you need to make, go ahead and make that. To release out of this pose, you're going to take that left leg, walk it back up towards the ceiling, and then do the same with the right leg. To switch sides, you're going to bend that left knee, place the ankle on top of the right thigh, and then slowly, mindfully walk that right foot down the wall. Again, up to you how deep you want to go. If this side's a little tighter, again, scoot yourself away from the wall a little bit more. Hands are up to you. They can be along beside the body, or maybe you're taking that left hand and pressing that left leg away from you to get a deeper stretch into the left hip socket. Feel a low back rest into the mat. Focus on the breath. Again, we're here a little bit longer, so if you need to back off, you're welcome to extend the right leg. Maybe now you'd like to walk that right foot down a little bit more, getting a little deeper into the hip flexor. Last breath here. Slowly walk that right leg up the wall. Take the left leg up there. If you need to bring some movement here, you can wiggle around the legs, let them flop side to side. Next one, we're going to use the wall still, and you might be a little far. You might want to scoot yourself a little closer towards the wall, or just start to bend the knees. Soles of the feet come towards each other, and let the knees go out to the side. So a Baddha Konasana against the wall. You might notice you need a little bit more, so if you do, you can extend the legs back up, scoot yourself a little bit closer towards the wall. So you try to touch the base of the wall with the glute muscles, and then again slide the legs down. Hands are up to you. It might feel really nice to actively press the thighs away from the body. If that's too intense for you, hands can come onto the belly, or if you need a little bit more of a chest opener, start to grab the elbows and create a little window for the head here. Again, settle into the original breathing pattern here. So long, deep inhales, stemming from the belly all the way up to the chest and the collarbones. And then exhale, releasing out of the collarbones, chest, and the belly presses towards the spine. So again, we're opening up into the low back. External rotation into the hips here. And little by little, start to go a little bit deeper into yourself. So letting go of any stress or tension from the day, and allow yourself to melt into the practice. Okay, take a few more breaths here. Slowly bring the knees in towards the body, and they might be able to come together. It depends how close you've moved yourself to the wall. And we're going to walk ourselves over to one side so we make our way into a seated position. So using one hand to help press and lift you up nice and slow. We've been lying on our backs for a while. So this is where our block will become handy for us. We're going to take a little twist here, so try not to be aggressive with this. I'm going to have my back facing you so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. So placing the block about 6 inches away from the wall, and you want it to be wide so that you can sit on it. So you're going to come sit in this in a cross-legged position so that you can get nice and comfortable and let the knees fall out to the side. And you're going to take your left hand against the wall and your right hand. So you're just facing directly towards the wall. That might be enough of a twist for you. If you'd like a little bit more, start to walk the left hand a little bit farther behind you and follow with the right hand. For those of you that need a deeper twist a little bit more, you're going to take that hand farthest away from you, walk it down, and then twist a little bit more so you can look over the shoulder. In our twist, we want to make sure we're engaging into the core. Our gaze is back behind us. We're sitting up nice and tall, so we're lengthening through the spine. We're going to take a couple more inhales and exhales here, remembering that if you went too deep, just walk the hand back to its original position. The closer the hands are towards the body, the easier this is. And then slowly, again, walk yourself back around. So use the wall for support. It's there for you. We're just going to turn around to face the other way. So again, take the block. Make sure if you were too far, too close, you can readjust it. We're going to come into our cross-legged position. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always take the block away. That's an option. So the reason I want us to sit like this is so that we get a nice little hip opener as well. Take your hands against the wall, so face the wall, and then start to walk yourself around till you find that perfect edge. Shoulders are soft. Maybe close the eyes, breathe into the space here. Again, if you need a little bit more, then take that farthest hand back behind you and down slightly so that you can use the leverage of the hands to help you get a deeper twist. We're still sitting up tall, looking over the shoulder. Take a couple more inhales and exhales here. And then to release, we do this as slowly as possible. So you walk the hand back up. You walk yourself around to face towards the front so that you can sit comfortably. Now my suggestion is before you end your practice is maybe come off your block or stay there if you're comfortable. And you have the wall here for support. So come against the wall to sit. And if it's uncomfortable, sit in this cross-legged position. Have one leg or both legs extended out in front of you. That's fine. And just take a minute to meditate. So just take the hands maybe into the lap, palms facing up to receive energy, or palms facing down. Close the eyes. And just spend the next 5, 10 breaths or longer to set an intention for yourself. A positive note to leave your day. So take as long as you need here, and I thank you for joining me today. And remember, you can check us out at everythingzenyoga.com. Thank you, and namaste.